Hi everyone, so let's talk about the modules. So in the ES6, like in the Angular 2 applications or the React, we will be writing the code in the different files, and then we need to do import and export from the one file and then import to another file. So ES6 modules are stored in the different files. There is exactly one module per file or one file per module. Okay, so there are two different ways of exporting: named export and default export. So in this example, if you are already doing this import export, then it is very easy for you. Like lib.js, we are exporting this square and diag function here. So this is a named export because in this class, in this file, you have multiple data, multiple functions, and then you are exporting that from this file to this main.js. So we are exporting only square and diag here, and then we are using it here. Another way of exporting is you can export as an alias, export everything from this lib as a lib. Then using the lib dot, you can access the methods. This is also a named export, several functions from per module. So another view is a default export. The default export is whenever you have only one function per module. So then in that case you can use only a single module. That in that case you can use the default export. So what we are doing here in this class, only we have only single function, so we can use a default export default function, and then we are, while importing it, because no need to put a function name itself because it's only a single entity. So what we are doing, import my function from this, and we are calling it with the my function. So this is like a anonymous function here which we are importing. Similarly, class name, export default class, no need to put a class name, we are exporting it as a default, and then we are importing it as a my class. So using the my class, we are able to create the instance. So this is called a default export in the Node.js. If you are writing the code, then you will be writing it in the different ways. So module import you can do a import in the different ways. Like you have two different things here. One is a function, one is a constant, one is a variable. So you want to import, then you can import counter and increment counter in this braces. So if the lib.js has a lot of things, you just wanted to use only a counter function, then you can put that all the things which you want to use inside this parenthesis, counter and increment counter. Similarly, you can do a console log and you can get it. So this is about the ES6 module. So in the ES6, no more UMD, universal module definitions. So these are legacy now, and this is how we are importing and exporting the modules. So you should be aware of how to import and how to export. First of all, how to export from one file. You can export multiple things. You can export only a particular. You can export. You need to export everything, right? But while importing, you can only import a single thing, which of whatever you want. So here you are using export default because you have only one function there, and here you are importing everything from that lib file, and here in this example you are importing only square and diag function. So that depend on your what kind of code you are writing.